Very good. Good afternoon, Gary, and
Good
all your
afternoon.
viewers who are
Good afternoon.
online with you.
Yes, thank you so much, Raj, for coming and joining us today. Many of you will know Raj. He is the principal and immigration lawyer from Legal Associates, a law firm in Papa Toitoi, one of the leading firms which has a lot of cross-cultural people, lawyers in its organization. Raj does a lot of work for the community, and he's a big supporter of our trust as well. With Raj, you must have seen that just a few weeks back, we had a small discussion with Raj when he just gave us the key points of the announcement of the immigration policy by the government, the new residence visa. So now, as many people would know, that the government has issued the policy, and we have more details. So today, Raj has come to share more details on the policy, and we can have more questions on that. So over to you, Raj.
Gary, first of all, thank you very much for giving me opportunity again to interact with your viewers.
Yes.
First thing is, policy came on 31st October, just like 10, 12 days or 18 days back.
Okay.
Still, immigration is testing their new software, like
Okay.
how to apply that residence visa 2021. They
Okay.
will open on only 1st of December, just
Okay.
like next month. So
Okay.
still people cannot apply residence visa in cases some people are thinking, can we apply now or beforehand? Or as you know, so many people wants to prepare themselves
Yeah.
in advance.
Yeah.
That when they open, definitely will submit, but we want to start work now. So just let them know. First thing is, policy is out, but you cannot apply now. So software is not ready yet on immigration website.
Yes.
And again, I would like to thank you, your Migrant Trust, for organizing such a lovely seminar just for the information, helping and educate the community. We appreciate you, your trustees, and your all support staff who is online with you or who is helping administratively.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Raj. Thank you so much for that. Yes, really appreciate it.
Now about legal associate, it's me and Ashima, my wife. She's a partner, and our area of practice with immigration, we do sale, purchase property, businesses, family, litigation, employment, and family law. And I think you had a very good interaction with your employment speaker, Mr. Thomas Liang, very well.
Should
And
I
just let
share the presentation, Raj, that you have
Oh,
made?
yeah, that's right. Please
Maybe
share
we'll
with
go through that.
your viewers. Yeah, that's
I'll
fine.
just share that 1 minute. Give me 1 minute.
I will just. And I know our time was 5 o'clock, but maybe people are logged in, or maybe some people will come later.
People will more come.
So about us, I have already spoken. So you can go to our third.
1 minute.
Next one is our
I will just
about us introduction, and the next slide.
Yes, you have said. Yeah.
The next one. Legal associate is accredited employer, as you know. Accredited employer means very well reputed, established, and accreditation is with immigration. So that was the old policy, which is work to residence visas and all that. But just update, even though we are talking on residence 2021, that accreditation for all the employers in New Zealand will come next year. That's July 2022. And at the same time, when we are talking about residence, the SMC policy will come in July 2022 as well. So we can go to next slide. That's what we do. I've spoken. The next one, which is our today's topic, that's a residence visa 2021. So if we go to next slide, today we'll cover immigration instructions and evidence, what is required for this phase. And they are doing this residence visa in 2 phases. One is 1st December 2021, which is this year. Only 3 categories are applying this year. That is a current SMC application under process, work to residence visa, and EOIs whose children is above 17 years old. So we are doing. So I'll tell you the step-by-step process, operational update, and then we can go to question and answers. So what we'll do today, about a eligible visa overview, there is a 3 criteria in this. So one is settled criteria, one is skilled criteria, one is scarce list. So it's triple S. That's the main thing people must prepare. They must qualify one of the criteria or one of the S. Applicant must be in New Zealand on 29 September 2021, and then you qualify to apply. Okay, then we can go to next one. So what is a settled criteria? If you see what is a settled criteria, application form will ask about the time spent in New Zealand. That's like 821 days in New Zealand in last 3 years, from 29 September 2018 till 29 September 2021. That's what they need to do it. Even though New Zealand immigration has said that they will check themselves, it's about the process time. Of course, internal, they got the travel moment record. So as per that, they will check. I know so many people, they got their questions about this settled criteria, that due to border closure, due to lockdown, some reason they are stuck overseas. So they are not meeting with 121 days in New Zealand. So what will happen to them? So we'll cover in question and answer session. Next criteria is skilled criteria, which evidence what you need to provide with them is employment agreement or letter from employer confirming their pay and hours. So hours means if you are on that job, so at least 30 hours is minimum full-time work, and they will be requiring further like their full bank statement, IRD summary of earnings, pay slips showing their rate. And what is the rate? $27 per hour. So that should be there. And skilled criteria, of course, when you meet this, so skilled criteria can work in 2 ways. If you are on the $27 on 29 September 2021, and due to any reason you have changed to your visa, say to a scarce list, which is, the 4 type of list is there, occupational list. So if we can go next one, that's a scarce list. So for scarce, what kind of evidence or criteria, what they will be needing is again, same thing. What is in skilled list, similar, their employment agreement, their letter from employer, paying their hours and jobs and the pay rate. So in this pay rate it can be $20 to $27. Any pay rate is fine in scarce list. So this is not a skilled criteria. That's why in a long-term skill shortage list, primary industry skill list, or a healthcare sector skill list, or you are into, there is a 4th primary industry skill list. I think there is one, it just skipped out of my mind. There's one list there as well. And you must meet on that 29 September 2021. And there is another one, critical purpose visa. So remember they were saying about a critical purpose visa. You can be currently in New Zealand. So if you are outside New Zealand for 820 days, you don't meet in that settled criteria, and then you are overseas for a longer time, probably 1 year, 6 months, or 1.5 years, and then you came to New Zealand. So you're not meeting in that last 3 years. But still you came to New Zealand as a critical purpose visa, still you can meet with the residence 2021 criteria. That's another thing. And in another option in this, if currently you are overseas and you're planning to come to New Zealand on that critical purpose visa or health sector worker, critical purpose worker, say caregiver, or in farming, you want to come as a herd manager or a farm hand there, then still if you come to New Zealand before April 2022 and you apply your residence visa before July 2022, you can qualify this one-off residence visa as well. So this is the information I'm giving the people who are not in New Zealand and they are planning to coming to New Zealand, or they're planning to apply for their residence visa 2021. Even they can qualify, the people who are overseas.
This is quite a big point, Raj, that you're saying.
Yeah.
Is that something which was added later? I think in the initial policy announcement, this wasn't there. Am I correct?
Well, no, critical purpose was visa there, but in policy, it's much more detailed.
Okay.
Even though it was there, that the critical health worker, they can come, or the people who are, critical worker, they can come to New Zealand. As I'm saying, it's not about health, it's about farming as well. So somebody is, say, nurse,
Yes.
or a dentist,
Yes.
or doctor, if they are coming
Yes.
till July 2022, so they can still apply this residence visa.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. And the next one is dependent children age 25 years or above or older. So they were in these applications, which is currently under consideration, or future, like 1st March, when these people will qualify. So this dependent children can be overseas, and there is no extra fees for that, and then they can be included in this, one of the 3 criteria, with their parents. Again, in that, then health and character requirement, what they will be looking: limited medical certificates. What is that? If your medical is expired or your chest X-ray expired, only they will ask for these expired medical tests. And about overseas police certificate, it won't be required, but they will be required if immigration officer thinks that he needs to ask a police certificate from your home country, then you need to provide. Otherwise, on character, they need a New Zealand police certificate, which is issued by Ministry of Justice online. Their fees are around, I think, under $10. People can apply online to get it, or when we do ready for approval applications, we apply this New Zealand police certificate, part of our application preparation for approval. So phase 1 application only, this online, as I said, it will be online, and they will open only on 1st December 2021, on that day. And around in first phase, 15 to 60,000 applications will be there. So they will be doing it. And before AIP, approval in principle, payment must be made, or before processing, actually, when they make final decision. So it's not about only approval, it can be declined as well. And this is the screen in, when you say Realme account on immigration online portal, then this is how the residence visa will look like when you see their student or visitor work visa currently under process. So this middle green highlighted box, which showing residence visa, but this will show only on 1st December 2021. If then these are the few questions we think, like, people always ask what we can do, and so many people, based on their situation, can I apply 2021 resident visa and go overseas? So this is the answer from New Zealand Immigration, one of their webinars. So they said, yeah, you can go, but as you know, till you want to come back, your application will be on hold, or maybe if border restriction is kicked, then you may be stuck overseas. So my advice as immigration lawyer will be that you apply your residence visa and probably prepare your application ready for approval. So process time is less, even though immigration is saying it can take up to 12 months, but maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or 3 to 6 months, you prepare ready for approval applications, and then your residence application decision will be very quick. Another one, can I include my partner who is currently offshore in my application for residence, especially with our migrant community, Indian subcontinent? It happened whether due to lockdown or due to their situation, partner is overseas. Some people went overseas, got married, they stayed 1 month, 2 months, and then they came back to New Zealand and applied. And during that time, lockdown happened or border closed. Even though they applied temporary visas for their partners, whether under the previous partner requirements, living together condition, their visa is declined, or due to some reason they are not able to come to New Zealand. So this is very big. So of course, in that one, the answer is there, that if you have lived with your partner for 12 months, and due to some reason, currently due to border closure, or due to other reason, visa decline, you are not able to, or there is some compelling reason that you are not able to stay together, you can actually include your partner into this application, residence application. Okay, there's another question is that during the processing of my residence visa application, apply for a new work visa, will that affect my eligibility? Main thing is that about work visa, on the day of announcement and on the day of apply, you must have that one type of work visa which is under this residence visa, say open work, essential skills work visa, work visa, where your application is under process or you came here on those visas, or your silver fund visas, work to residence work visa. So these are the work category. So if you're changing your visa or during this process, it's applicants responsibility. When they are in New Zealand, they must be on a valid visa. They must be. So it should not be that they are not there, or they went to a, say, visitor visa or a student visa. So then it will be little difficult, but they should be on a valid visa. Can the secondary applicant of an own hand SMC or work to residence work visa apply under phase 1 eligible for their own right for? So answer is clearly written there. Yes, secondary applicant also can qualify on their own right. Means you're a de facto partner, your husband and wife, due to any reason, maybe you got some character issue. You got some character means are saying like ABA, excess breath alcohol, drink dry, and you are fined $500-600, and you are really even before SMC application you are thinking, oh, I need to do character waiver, or during this residence visa you're thinking, oh, they will ask New Zealand police certificate. Of course, your criminal record will come there. So in this, then because of you, your partner will struggle as well to get the residence visa. So in those situations, what they can do is, or de facto partners, they can apply separately for this 2021 residence visa based on their current situation, whether it's a settled criteria, skilled criteria, or scarce list. So it's very good news for the partners. And then what documents is required, as I've explained in my the whole 3 criteria, what documents are required, it's there, plus your birth certificate will be required in that. And I can tell you what document is not required as well. Like your IELTS English test is not required, your qualification is not required, age is not a limit, work experience and qualification is not required as well. So don't worry. Only what I said, what is required is your birth certificate is required. You must meet one of the criteria, triple S in that. That's all the requirement. And in New Zealand PC police certificate, this must be required. Now, Gary, we are into that question and answer session. And I know generally with immigration, I think there's lots of question and answers. Then if we can take some questions or situations.
Yes. So what I will request everyone is to please raise their hand through the reactions button, and then we'll take your questions one by one. Yeah. So okay, Norbert has a question. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, Norbert, and then you can ask your question.
Thank you, Gary. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Thank you, Raj, for all the information. I have not one question, couple of questions.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Now the PCC, the New Zealand police verification.
Yeah.
It has to be submitted by the client, or New Zealand immigration will do on our behalf?
Well, under the policy, New Zealand immigration said they will do it by themselves. So it's not required. But for us, as immigration lawyer, because that's what they have given 12 months time. You will understand it's more than 100,000 applications. Once it will go Ministry of Justice during whatever current restricted time frames, it may take longer, even though there are 3 offices will work, like from immigration. One is Manukau office, one is Hamilton office, and one is Christchurch office. So 3 offices will work continuously, but it's not immigration work. They will refer or apply on applicant behalf to Ministry of Justice. And then
Okay.
Ministry of Justice will issue that police certificate or criminal record to New Zealand Immigration.
Okay.
So
In this one, what we are doing as a legal associate, we will apply on behalf of our client. Like suppose they are qualifying on now 1st December. We have already applied and we may get in another 1 or 2 weeks. So it's ready for approval. They already got New Zealand PC, travel check, they can do it and straight away it's approval. Same on 1st of March. So rather than applying, you submit your application, it will go to documentation, then lodgement, then assigning to case officer, then they will apply to Ministry of Justice.
Okay.
So if you provide them in advance, it's much
Yes.
better.
Okay.
so
You have
in this
fastened the
case,
process basically for all the clients. You have fastened.
Yes.
yeah. So in this case of police verification, suppose we have a verification done like by an employer, and we have a
Yeah.
copy of the same. Can we upload it in advance so that the trouble is saved to the immigration?
Yes, only one thing about this police certificate is this valid only for 6 months from the date of
Yeah.
issue. If it
That's
is within the last 6 months, then I think it should.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Okay. And the new policy, is it available to the general public to view on operation manual or somewhere?
That came through a amendment circular. So if you go on website and find circulars there, it should be there.
Okay. Surplus.
If it is not there, then I got it.
Yeah.
And if you due to some reason you can't find it, then you ask Gary, and then
Okay.
probably I can send it.
And there was a lot of question about the partnership work visa, which is not eligible. Is there any note
No.
mentioned on the website?
No, it's not about who is not qualifying. It's about who is qualifying. It's all there.
For the
So
March
partners
phase,
work
example,
visa is not written there. It's not there.
it's not written in the eligible list. But if you see that partner work visa comes under open work visa, that is the post
No,
study
it
work
doesn't.
visa.
No.
It doesn't come under that. Yeah. Okay.
Only the person who had student visa can get
Yeah.
only post-study work visa.
Okay.
Not a
Most
partner
important-
of the student or partner of open work visa. They don't qualify separately, but they qualify as a partner in the residence visa.
Okay. And thank you for that. Important question was birth certificate is mandatory. Now, I've read somewhere in the operations manual that if your birth certificate is not unattainable, then there are alternatives to the ID proof. What are those?
No, you must get a non-availability certificate from the birth registrar. That's the one. As you said, birth certificate is not available. Then you must get confirmation from there. At the time of birth, your birth certificate was not registered. Therefore, no record is there. So some people say no record certificate. Some offices issue non-availability certificate.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not alternative. It's not alternative to the.
No. It will come only from the birth registrar office.
Yes.
And with that non-availability certificate, then or sometime it happens on birth certificates, no name is mentioned there.
Yeah.
You know, like child, male child or female child is written, and you will understand Indian culture. Some people do Janam Namankaran or something, find a name after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or after 1-2 months when they do the ceremonies.
Yes.
And that's quite common. For that one, so we need a parent's affidavit explaining the situation, time of birth, and the reason why name is not there. Then your 2 photo IDs, copy of your passport, your driving license, your Aadhaar card, your ration card, your voter card, your 10th date of birth, mentioning that. So all these kind of separate documents you can submit to prove that male, female child was you.
Yeah.
These were your parents, and this is your current IDs, my photo IDs.
Okay. And last 2 questions. Visa expiring in February.
Yeah.
Visa expiring February or April 2022. For those expiring in February, I think they're extending the visa. And
No.
They're not extending.
Your thought is wrong. No. Nowhere in that, who said to you they are extending? No. So again, it's applicant's responsibility to extend their visa. And my suggestion, just extend essential skills work visa. If you are working, for employer, you don't need a labor market test. You don't need a pay means pay say designation. You don't need your whatever is your current position on that, whatever is your current pay rate. I was talking pay rate, so it should not be like more. If you're $21, just get it 2 years visa, and your residence application will be processed.
Okay. And the last question was the online application to be inputted. Will it be on a Realme login or on a SMC login?
No, it will be on Realme.
Okay.
Realme account on immigration website portal.
Right. And it is mandatory to apply for the
and there is
primary
no
applicant?
SMC portal. It was only expression of interest,
Expression
like
of
EOI
interest, yeah.
portal
Right.
was there on.
Right. So it is mandatory for primary applicant to apply through his or her login, or co-applicant can apply through the login.
Who is the second one?
Co-applicant.
Co-applicant.
No, it will be principal applicant.
Principal applicant's login.
Because
ID.
you are applying one application. If you are applying both separate,
Okay.
then that secondary applicant become the principal applicant, as I was telling before, as a secondary applicant, if you are applying on your own right, like in New Zealand for 3 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you are in New Zealand 3 years, you don't need a job.
Yes.
Correct?
Right.
You can apply. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Raj.
Thank you,
That's all,
Norbert.
Gary.
I think all your questions are answered now.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other question? Anyone? Okay. Archana has one question. I will just read out from the chat. She said, I'm on post-study visa. My partner is on work visa, partner of worker. If I'm not getting minimum wage, which is medium wage, if I'm not getting medium wages, $27 per hour, but if my partner is getting $27 per hour pay scale, can we apply?
First thing about Archana only, she need to tell us, is she in New Zealand for 3 years and she's on open work visa? As she said, it's not about pay rate. You can apply as a settled criteria, principal applicant. However, your partner on partner work visa, even getting $27 per hour or scarce list, he won't qualify on his own right, or you as a felon.
Archana, if you want, you can talk directly.
There's not 3 years completed. That's why this question arises. It's not 3 years completed.
Qualify. No, Archana, you don't qualify. If you are not in New Zealand for 3 years, your pay rate is not $27, and you are not on scare list, then you don't qualify. And your partner is on partnership work visa, even though he meet with the criteria scare list or pay rate, he won't qualify.
Okay.
All right.
Also won't qualify.
It's said for you guys, for this time. But as I said, in July 2022, new skilled migration criteria will come, that point system, 160 point or 180 points, whatever they will bring it. Then you may qualify later on about those.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, Archana.
Okay. Thank you, Archana. We have next question from Sonta. Sonta, would you want to come and talk directly? Yeah, that will be better if you can explain your question also.
Yeah, saying that in case I lose my job, since I have been in New Zealand for last 15 years, if I lose my job where I'm working now, so can I still apply for my residency?
You must have a valid visa. So do you qualify now on 1st December or 1st March?
My work visa expire next year, 6th of March. But I'm having some trouble.
1st of March you qualify based on settled criteria, but it's your responsibility, whether current employer or different employer, you must apply for a visa.
Okay, so even if I don't have a job or don't have a work visa.
If you don't have a job, probably you cannot apply work visa.
It doesn't matter whether how long I stayed here.
No, only the time period, settled criteria. They have given only 2018, 29 September till 29 September 2021.
Basically, you need to have a job first, right? That's what Raj is saying.
Yeah, to extend
have a valid
your
visa
work
first.
visa.
That's the first condition. So if you lose a job and you don't have a visa, then how will you stay in New Zealand?
Correct. Otherwise, your different option is, to go on a visitor visa at the time or student visa if you can't find a job.
Then I'll not be eligible to apply for this.
No, you are eligible, as I'm saying, because if you apply on 1st of March, the date they announced you are on essential skills visa, and the date you apply 1st March, you are meeting with the requirements. Later on, you change your visa, that's fine.
So right now I can change my job. And
Yeah, even right now you can change.
I don't need to advertise, like do the labor market check, anything to change.
If you are working with the same employer, same position, then you do not need labor marketer. If you are saying you change means you find a new employer, then labor market test is required.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Santa.
Thank you, Santa. There is one question which has come from Sandy, and one second. Sorry, Sandy says that, is there a priority for 2021 residency visa, or is it same for all like other categories?
Yeah.
And there is currently only one residence visa, that's residence visa 2021.
Okay.
And priority in terms of that, when their current skilled migration application are processed and they apply residence 2021, so 2021 is priority.
Okay. Okay. So it is definitely priority.
Yes.
Can I ask Gary something directly to Raj?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, Raj, earlier there was some a certain slab like 112,000 to qualify for the priority list, if I'm not wrong, before this. So right now there are
that's
people
highly skilled people, double than the minimum wage.
Yeah. So
you're talking about
yeah. So actually,
migration. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, there are now 3 different categories of people for residency 2021 visa, which we are talking about. One are who are here for last 3 years on 30th September.
Yeah.
And one who are getting more than $27, and the third one is a scarce list, right? So you need any one category to qualify that.
Yeah, anyone.
And there is no priority in that, like anybody.
No.
They will pick, the immigration will pick and give you whether you are getting any
any
kind of wages.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Raj.
Only skilled criteria, they need $27. That's all.
But there is no priority like between the categories.
Within these 3 criteria, there is no priority.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So, which means it's quite a fair thing. Okay. Anyone else? Any other questions? We have Raj with us for a few minutes more. So, Raj, one question from my side is, generally, what would be the top 3 tips or top 5 things you would want people to do, or what would you recommend your clients to do in preparation of this visa, or not to do, or not to do also?
Yeah, that's right. First thing they must do or say is thank you to immigration.
Yes.
That this opportunity came in New Zealand,
yes.
While the whole world is going through this pandemic, and the people here getting residence visa in New Zealand, that's a great thing. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Second thing, during whether they qualify on 1st of December, 1st of March, don't get into trouble.
Okay.
Don't do it in anything. Now, holidays are coming, Christmas is coming, whatever, Auckland borders to the New Zealand is opening.
Yes.
So already you are feeling happy inside because of your residence status.
Yes.
Especially people like, Sonta, who's here from 2006, I think.
Yes.
Or somebody was here from 2006.
Yes.
So for them, it's a great opportunity.
Yes.
So don't lose it. So don't get into trouble.
Yeah.
Means drink, drive, fight, careless driving, arguing with. So be thankful.
Yeah.
Okay. Second thing,
don't
during
spoil
this,
your police record. Don't spoil your police record.
yeah, that's right. Don't get into trouble. So otherwise, then your residence can be jeopardized.
Yes.
Then third thing is your health, your medical condition. That's again a requirement.
Okay.
don't compromise with this, your health. Take care of your health.
Yes.
Be a healthy person. Especially, with the migrant community, what happened is diabetes,
Yes.
blood pressure.
Yes.
Your health is priority, and immigration check that.
Okay.
So that's the third thing. Fourth thing about your documents. What are the information you are submitting to New Zealand? Correct, true, certified copy. No misleading or forged documents. Again, don't take that chances, that somebody has done it, or, he told me to do that or this. Don't do that. So these are my, points. And fifth one is cherish and relish this time during lockdown or the journey from your student visa, visitor visa, or work visa towards your residence visa. Just cherish the journey. It will be another 6 months to 1 year.
Yes.
So this time will go away anyway, and then you will have settled or your first step to New Zealand as a resident.
Yeah.
That how you will be contributing to New Zealand economic growth, society, making strong your community in New Zealand, and how you will be, the next step will people do is how I will be buying my first home, my first business, or my family, getting married. Then cherish this next till you get your residence. So plan that, cherish that, and say thank you. See, these are my five.
That's a very good positive way of thinking, Raj, and thank you for that. I think that's a very important point you said, that in all this process, don't forget the positivity of it, and cherish these moments which will also not come. I think that's a very positive point. Just one more question which has come, when you talk about the health side of things, because of COVID, the vaccinations are required. So is it mandatory that do you have to get vaccinated to apply for this visa?
No.
Or to be considered for this residence visa?
From immigration side, there is no law about the vaccination, but for traveling,
of course,
the separate matter. Remember, you are on any visa, doesn't matter. But if you're traveling, then vaccination is required. And plus, things are going about employer, which may be covered in your employment session, that no jabs, no job.
Yeah, even that is an issue now. Yes, correct. So tomorrow you may have an issue with your employer itself if you don't, get a vaccination done.
Yeah. But for residence visa, it's not a requirement that you must be, jabbed to get a residence visa approval.
Yes. But I think generally also I would definitely appeal to everyone that please see if you can get your vaccination done as soon as possible. It's totally safe. There is no misinformation. Please go to the government site, covid.govt.nz, where you can get correct and the right information for any questions you have regarding vaccination. So if you haven't got your jab done, please get it done as soon as possible.
Yeah. And Gary, just on that, I'm waiting for that boosters when they will start.
Correct.
So I want to get that booster as well.
Yes. Boosters, they say, will help you another 7-8 years. They will keep you safe, so that's
correct.
One quick question has come from Archana, that if I am on fixed term contract at $27 per hour or above, am I eligible as a principal applicant?
Fixed term, again, as I said, it should start before 29 September 2021 or on that day when the policy came, on 30th September.
Yes.
So this one and fixed contract is not, it's a full-time job. That's all, 30 hours per week.
Okay. So one, I think, last question that has come, and generally everyone would want to know that how can they apply, when can they apply, how do they get in touch with you if they need your help to apply as well? Yeah.
Great. I think, and Gary, I would request you as well to share my contact details with all your viewers or listeners today. Online or through email or through their participation. We are legal associates, so if you can go on our website legalassociate.co.nz, make appointment with me, Raj, if you want to talk about residence visa 2021. As I said, we will prepare you ready for approval application. You don't need to wait. Whatever is immigration requirement, we'll do first and then we'll submit. And my expectancy, probably 3 to 6 months, your residence will be approved. You don't need to wait for 1 year or longer.
Wow. That's good. That's great. So yes, I will be sending out Raj's details, his email ID to everyone. Even a lot of people who could not attend but have sent us an RSVP, they'll also get the information.
Yes,
So
please.
please get directly in touch with Raj, book an appointment, and see if he or his team can help you and advise you to apply. And as you know, Raj is not an immigration advisor but a lawyer. So definitely, whatever he says holds a lot of value, and definitely helps a lot of people. So any last questions? Otherwise, we will wind up now. Anyone else? Okay, I think everyone is saying thank you to you, Raj.
No
Raj, any
worries.
last words from you, Raj?
Again, say, during this time, I think now Christmas and New Year is coming. We just celebrated Diwali. So thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe during this pandemic and embrace this residence visa 2021 and help the community. Migrant Trust is there to help. So I want to really thank you, Migrant Trust, and all your trustees and your staff, Gary. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you so much on behalf of Migrant Careers Support Trust and all our trustees, for your support, constant support, and the work that you do for the community. Your time is very precious, and you are very kind with us to give your time. So thank you so much, and we will be in touch. We look forward to more updates as they come. And to everyone, thank you so much for attending. You can keep visiting our website, migrantcareers.org.nz, or our social media handles on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And keep in touch with us and keep in touch with all the updates that we keep sending. So thank you today, and we close for today. Thank you. Namaskar.